to the Little Irish Kitchen. This week I'm going to share with you some tips I have for juicing. I've been juicing for about 10 years and I've learned a lot of different things trial and error. So I'm just going to share with you some things that have worked for me and I hope they're helpful to you if you're thinking about juicing. Tip number 1 is buy a cheap juicer at the beginning if you're thinking of doing juicing but you don't know if it's something you really want to do. You can get a juicer for about $20. If you know that you're going to use it then after a few months, then invest in a better juicer. The better the juicer, you will notice it extracts more juice from the fruit and vegetables. So there is something to be said for actually buying something more expensive. The juicer I have here is pretty middle of the range. What I like about it is the top is actually quite big, and I find that really helpful because it means you don't have to be cutting up everything. Second tip is clean the juicer straight away. Now I know that sounds like really common sense, but it's really, really important. With a juicer you do have more to clean, and because of the contraption that is taking out the juice and separating both, it's really niggly that you clean it properly. If you don't clean it straight away, it's going to be impossible to clean. What I do is I make the juice, I clean the juicer, and then I go back and I drink the juice. If you are really rushed, and I have known people to do it, where they're running out to work, just get like a kitchen paper or something and plug the nozzle. Now, if you plug it enough and no air gets in, when you get home after work, you'll find that the juicer is fine and you can clean it really easily. Tip number 3, kind of linked in with cleaning but also convenience. If you have a juicer that has kind of like a bucket at the side that collects all the pulp, my recommendation is to put a bag in there. You can buy the compostable bags in the supermarket. It will collect all the pulp when you've juiced, and then all you have to do is just pick up the bag and put it straight onto your compost. Couldn't be simpler. And it also means that you've one less compartment to clean, which is always great. Tip number 4, what I've learned over the years is juicing is very much subjective. It is trial and error to what you like and what you dislike. So you can go with recipes, but you really can just have fun, try what fruit and vegetables and see what works for you. The fruit is obviously going to give you more sweetness than the vegetables. So try and use both so that you can get a bit of a variety. The other thing I will say about what you use is that some things are different than others. So say if you use a beetroot, even if it's only a small amount of raw beetroot, you're going to find your whole juice has been overtaken with it. If you use something like pineapple, there's a lot of froth with pineapple and it just may not be to your taste. What I will say is use your fruit like your apples and your vegetables like carrots to counteract if you're using a lot of green leaves or broccoli and kale and so forth, because they have much more of a stronger taste to them. Tip number 5, it's just a little one, but it does make a bit of a difference. If you're using things like spinach or kale or so forth, what I do is I sandwich the spinach in between, say, 2 apples or just 2 pieces of fruit or veg. What I find is when you sandwich it in between, it extracts more juice. Otherwise, the spinach just seems to fly away. I'll show you when I'm going to make a simple juice after. But I'm going to use this juice. I'll leave the recipe below. Use apples, carrots, a bit of cucumber. I always like to use lime or lemon, whichever you have, but the lime just has a really nice sweet taste to it. A thumb-sized amount of ginger. Really, the more you can take, the better. That's about as much as I can handle. It does give a sharpness to the juice. And I always like to use kind of some green leaf as well, and I'll show you the way I sandwich it in between the apples and so forth. Let's get going, and we'll just show you. It's really, really quick, and then you can enjoy. there you have it. Really, really simple juice. That's made about half a litre. I always leave a bowl underneath the juicer because there will always be little bits of juice coming after at the end. I am going to clean the juicer first and then I'm going to drink the juice. I hope these tips have really helped you if you're starting out juicing, and let me know in the comments if there's any questions you have. Really hope you have fun. It's a really, really great addition to your nutritional value you get from all your fruit and vegetables. And I will see you again next week for another video on the Little Irish Kitchen. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.